Oh, so when the whole was happening and people were being locked up at the Imp base and not being allowed to leave and all that good stuff, um, basically they would just, it was kind of weird. It was like basically seances all day, because David Miscavige would say, he would say, you guys need to confess all your crimes. I want to know real crimes, not the paperclip. When you're in Scientology and you're being investigated or you're being asked for your crimes, some people are like, oh yeah, no, I stole a paperclip. And you're like, no, I don't want to know about paperclips. I want to know about like bodies. I want to know about like hard, like real stuff. Anyway, so David Miscavige would say, okay, by tomorrow, I'm going to come back here tomorrow night or whatever. You guys better have any you better have any crimes confessed, and I want lists. I want to have lists of them. And there'd be like maybe, let's say 50 people in this room. Nobody could leave. And they would just, what about that time you did this? And they'd all just be bickering and fighting and whatever. And then David Miscavige would come in the next day and he'd be like, oh, you guys didn't do anything, you know. And that's where the pie face thing came from. It was that whole era where he'd just be asking questions and everybody would just be like, you know, if you react to something he says, you're going to get in trouble. And if you answer something wrong, you're going to get in trouble. And if you answer it right and think that you're right, then you're going to get in trouble. So most people just evolved. It was an evolution where basically everybody just learned, if you just sit there and go and don't react, then you can't get in trouble. And then sooner or later, he was like, everyone's pie face and all this other stuff.